Kevin Hart is one of the funniest comedians today, from his stand-up comedies to his movies and more. Kevin always makes his audience laugh. Today on Television Society, we will be counting down the top 5 funniest Kevin Hart movies. But before we get started, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below for more amazing content on all your favourite movies and TV shows. After you've done that, comment down below, I subscribed. I will come down there and reply to you. Without further ado, let's get straight into it.
We didn't meet everyone. I didn't.
Teddy, earlier you said unlike these folks, you're not a night school type of person.
Number 5, Night School. In this movie, Kevin Hart plays Teddy Walker. Teddy Walker is a salesperson who never got his GED. After he accidentally burns down his place of business, he is forced to go back to school and get his GED so he can work at a firm. This hilarious movie follows Teddy Walker as he goes back to school to get his GED. While trying to get his GED though, he faces some of the same challenges he faced back in high school, including his old high school nemesis and his learning disability. This movie is hilarious and includes some great lines from Kevin Hart. If you haven't watched already, this is a great film that I suggest you watch as soon as you can.
I'm the principal of this school. I can do whatever I want. You're in my house.
Are you using a black voice?
Coming in at the number 4 spot, we've got Get Hard. Get Hard stars Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell. James, played by Will Ferrell, is a rich hedge fund manager who is convicted of fraud and sentenced to prison for 10 years. James, terrified of prison, turns to his car cleaner Darnell, played by Kevin Hart, who he thinks survived in prison for training on how to survive in prison. This movie follows Darnell as he teaches James with his limited knowledge on how to survive in prison. This great hilarious movie has some great twists and turns at the end, and I highly suggest you watch it.
This is Mr. King's car. Man owns the building, at least we can get his car right.
Oh, I have almost no cash. Just $9,000.
I got your keys.
Just so you know, I would have done the same thing if you were white.
That's good to know.
Coming in at the number 3 spot, we've got Central Intelligence. Kevin Hart and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson both star in this comedy and action-filled movie. The Rock, who goes by Bob Stone now and formerly was known as Robert back in high school, was bullied for being overweight. The Robert faced an extremely humiliating moment back in high school, which as we see scarred him for life. Now a well-built CIA agent with an action hero body, he seeks help from the only classmate who was ever nice to him back in high school, which was Calvin Joyner, played by Kevin Hart. Calvin, who was voted most likely to succeed back in high school, is now an accountant and feels like a complete failure. Bob Stone seeks Calvin because he needed accounting skills to help him clear his name for a murder he was framed for. As the movie goes on, we see how Bob really admired Calvin back in high school and even now, kind of like a child who admires a superhero. Throughout the movie, we see action-packed comedy with not one, but 2 of our favourite actors, Kevin and The Rock.
Oh, man. You better back up, man.
Whoa, Calvin, it's me, Bob.
Sorry, do I know you?
Robbie Weirdick from high school.
God, man, look at you. You've lost like 200 pounds.
Now, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you go ahead and like this video and hit that subscribe button down below for more amazing content like this. Also, make sure you stay until number 1 to hear Kevin's funniest movie of all time. Number 2, Jumanji. Once again, we see one of the best act combinations, Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson. This movie stars Kevin Hart, The Rock and Jack Black as they play avatars in a video game. When 4 teenagers discover an old video game, Jumanji, they get sucked into the game and become the different avatars from that game. These avatars are a lot different than their characters are in real life. As they are trapped in their avatar's body, they soon realise that they have a weakness, and in order to beat the game, they must survive it. Kevin Hart has some of the greatest lines in this movie, and the avatar he plays just fits him perfectly. For a family movie night, this is such a great movie, and it features multiple funny, amazing actors that I highly recommend you go ahead and watch this film. And at the number 1 spot, this is the movie you've all been waiting for. It is Ride Along. Starring Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, this movie Ride Along sounds hilarious already. Kevin Hart, who plays Ben Barber, wants to prove to his future brother-in-law James Payton, a veteran cop played by Ice Cube, that he is worthy for his sister. When Ben is finally accepted into the police academy, he decides to take him on a ride-along, which was designed to scare him. As the day goes on, things take an unexpected shift and a notorious criminal comes into the picture. Throughout the movie, we see some classic funny lines from Kevin and the hard Ice Cube character that we see in multiple of his movies. If you haven't gone on this ride along with Kevin and Ice Cube yet, I highly suggest you go and watch it right now.
Why do I have to suck up to the brother just because she wants us to get along? Hold on.
Hey, you're white! You're white! You don't fight.
Now, these were the top 5 funniest Kevin Hart movies. As always, comment down below your favorite top 5 Kevin Hart movies, and I'll come down to the comments and reply to your list, guys. Go ahead, let me know down below. Make sure you go ahead and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the Television Society for more amazing content. We will see you next time on the Television Society. Peace out.